cost of petrol is climbing, just like Nadine said, and those prices at the pump are basically close to record highs and may, in fact, get to those record highs. There's unrest in the Middle East, and that's the reason for this. So there's this feeling we have no choice. Or do we? We've got an expert on alternative fuels, Stephen Elder, in the studio with us. You're from Auckland University, and I'm hoping, welcome to the show, I'm hoping that you've got some good news for us.
Well, I'm not sure I've got good news, but there is a lot going on at the moment in the alternative fuels industry, and you've got things like biofuels and biogas, and within New Zealand at least, there's probably not much actually that we get to see about it, but we do and aware and are working on it, both at the university and in various organisations around the country. How
much of a priority is it, this development of alternative fuels?
I think it's quite a big priority. There's a real future in it, there's a big future in it.
So commercially there's a future? Politically, where's the impetus coming from, would you say? Is it the private sector or is it the government? Or?
Not so much the government. Okay. Definitely the private sector is interested in alternatives and being able to offer an alternative to the public.
So what's holding back the development of alternative fuels as you see it?
Cost. Pretty much cost. Everything's got to be able to stand on its own 2 feet, particularly in New Zealand. We're very, very conscious of that here. I think our CNG industry of 20 years ago is an example of that.
Do you think we're going to see a wholesale shift away from petroleum-based engines in the future?
Not for quite a long time.
Really? So what will we do? Are we just at the mercy of the Middle East and of fuel prices?
I think there's just going to be little changes. Mm-hmm. We'll see improvements in fuel specs. We'll see things like water emulsions being added to diesels. We will see the introduction of some biofuels like biodiesel to supplement our diesel, and maybe alcohol to supplement our petrol, and other small changes. I mean, people might even consider changing the way that they live and operate to improve their fuel consumption, for example, because that all adds up to a savings in dollars overall.
So the thing you're talking about, adding emulsions or water to diesel and adding alcohol to petrol, is this basically watering the fuel down?
If you're adding a water emulsion to diesel, it does sound like it, but when it's added as an emulsion, it mixes and it alters the way that the fuel burns, and you get both fuel consumption and emissions benefits for it. It's quite fascinating, to be honest.
And so what progress are we making with that project?
Well, water emulsion has been around for a reasonable amount of time. We're not doing any work on it in Auckland. There's a little company in Wellington that's doing some work on it. What's holding it back is keeping the water suspended, if you like, in the emulsion.
Okay, so technical issues. It seems like a fantastic idea, but we have to work out the practicalities of it.
And it's one of lots of good ideas at just making small changes and benefits.
What's the future for electric cars? Is that...
Electric cars, batteries. If you improve batteries, you'll obviously be able to do things like extend the range of the vehicle and the power and such like. And whatever you do, you've got to be able to generate the electricity to drive the petrol car. So there's got to be a source of the electricity.
So we're talking about infrastructure there, and that, of course, means cost.
Yeah. Well, where do we get our electricity from? Mostly hydro or from gas-fired furnaces and such like.
Stephen, do you think we'll see a significant change or shift in our lifetime?
I don't imagine we will see a significant change. We'll see small changes.
Okay. Stephen Elder, Auckland Energy and Fuels Research Unit. All the best with your research.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.